So my name is Kristal Awuah. I'm a 100 metre and 200 metre professional athlete. I've lived in South London my whole life. My parents are from Ghana and I train at Herne Hill Harriers. My first memories of Wandsworth was actually going to the track, Tooting Bec, for the first time. My sister had written down these instructions of how to get to the track, and I walked in there and I was so welcomed by my first training group, made lots of new friends, and I was able to do what I love. Oh wow, okay, looking back, I'd say bronze medal at World Juniors. It was my first major championships, and I think I'd only left the country once before that, and it was just an amazing experience. And to be able to place at such a high level competition, that was really good for me. Also, when I was in Kenya, I was at a Continental Gold Tour race, and I ran 23.0, my 200 metre PB. That was last year, so 2020. That was really good. Also, actually an experience that I don't really talk much about because I wasn't able to compete, but going to the 2019 World Championships, that was really good, just a good experience to see how the pros act, and just being in that environment was really good for me. Oh my gosh, definitely, because you think you know what it's going to be like, but it's actually completely different. Being in a different country, different schedule, and you're seeing people that you see on TV. Some people are your idols, and you're like, wow, like you can see how they warm up, how they handle themselves. So it's really, really good. Serena Williams. I actually started playing tennis when I was younger, and my mum was like, I'm going to be a tennis player. So I did look up to her a lot. She's very strong within herself. She knows what she wants. Very determined, very hardworking. Just the way she carries herself on and off the court is amazing. Her head's never down for too long. She loses, she comes back, she wins, she's the same. And I think even when she's competing around her competitors, she's so inspiring. Like, she doesn't see it as just, oh, I'm competing against you. It's like she's showing them the way and how to act, which is so good. I don't think there was enough running in tennis. Not enough running for me. I was very hyperactive when I was younger, so I needed a bit more. So it varies. A lot of people think athletes just run up and down, but there's so many different aspects of athletics. You jump, you're in the gym. So for me, waking up, sometimes it could be from 7 to 9, depending on when I'm training. Have breakfast, probably watch a motivational video, or just something off track, just something to like relax me for the morning. Travel to training, do probably a track session followed by a gym session. Go to my physio appointments, go do cryotherapy for my recovery. Then I'm back home, eat more recovery, and probably bed, watch some Love Island. So I love Netflix. I just like watching stuff that's not too, I don't have to think too much, so like good trash TV. To end the night, I do love Love Island just because it's funny. It's like, it helps me relax and just not be too switched on, because as an athlete sometimes you find that you're very alert, switched on and focused on what you're doing, and that's not always good when you're not competing because you can get burnt out. So I like watching Herne Hill because it's funny. I do watch EastEnders from time to time. So just different things, switching it up. Oh my gosh, I try to see it as like they're all here to see me, and that kind of calms my nerves a little bit, because you're just like, handle your business, focus on the track, and not let it get to you too much. So you're not too nervous, but you're also appreciating that people are here to watch you do what you love. Oh, I have a lot. Just seeing what you can do on the track, the outcome, seeing what all your hard work has, done, and where it's got you. Also, when you're competing, it's not about just like running, it's more mental. So actually challenging your mental stability and how you can hold up and get the best out of your race. Just staying relaxed, like I said before, trusting yourself, letting it be second nature to you, hitting all your marks when you're warming up, and not overthinking it. When you start overthinking things, it doesn't always go well. Because it gets hard. It can get really hard when you don't always get what you want, you don't get what you set out for. But how can you look back on that and learn from it and grow from it. That's the most important thing. Trust yourself. When things get hard, it's so easy to second guess and question and be like, oh, did I do this wrong? Did I do this right? But often it's not even about that. It's just about trusting your ability, believing in what you've done, in training day in and day out, and just not giving up, even when it gets difficult. Strong, funny, and determined. Oh my gosh, one thing about my coach I'd say is, although he's very regimented, he wants me to do well, he has a program set out for me, I've got targets, he actually sees me as a person, not just an athlete, not just, oh, Kristal the athlete. It's about what's best for me on and off the track. How can I grow as a person, and what can I take from track that's going to help me in real life? It's not just about running fast or hitting targets outside of that, because track is up and down, you win and you lose, but how can you become a better person, and what can you learn from each experience? So that's how my coach is. Yeah. It's so amazing. I'd never traveled when I was younger, so being able to travel and do what I love at the same time is like 2 in 1. I actually went to Kenya last year, and that was my first experience of Africa, and I just felt so welcomed and at home. That was a good experience for me. I'm very determined. If you tell me no, I'm gonna show you why yes. I love working hard. I love hard work. I think for me, if something's hard for me, I'll really push through and make sure that I get it to a T. I'm quite a perfectionist, so when I can't do something at first, I do really work hard to get it right. To any young people watching me that want to do track and field, I just say, love what you do and really, really push yourself. At times it can get really difficult with athletics, just because you win some days and you can lose some days, but learning from each experience and never giving up is the key to being great. Really, really push yourself in training when things get hard, when you feel lactic acid and you want to stop, when coach is shouting at you, or you run out of water and you got one more 300 to go. Really, really push yourself and give yourself that chance to be the best version of yourself. It's so important. I think it's really important for not just Black people, but for all other people to learn about our history, what we can do, where we come from, because it's so important to be able to embrace that. And I think also, just looking back on last year, how sad it was for Black people and people in general to see what was going on in the media and in real life. It was just so important for us to be able to appreciate life and understand where we come from, and just appreciating, everything we've done. It was really, really sad to see what was going on, but I think it brought all of us together. We all stood together, and that was really, really lovely to see. Carnival. Because it's so, as much as it's Caribbean, it's Caribbean culture, everybody's welcome, everybody's happy. It's not about, what we look like, where we come from. It's just about having fun and appreciating everyone around us. That is so important. It's not about being separated. It's about, no matter where you're from, who you are, what you look like, you can come together and have a good time. And that's so important.
That's brilliant. Thank you very much.
Thank you.